Trump signs a batch of executive orders after inauguration. Oh, shit. Yeah, shit about to get real weird and real bad real quick. All right, just so y'all know.
We're going to sign some orders right now, and that's really what I want to do.
Wait a second. What's happening here? Chat, how do I get like him? Because this nigga ain't touched a drop of finesse right a day in his life, and he really batting in the leagues that I'm trying to bat in. You know what I mean?
So we're going to sign executive orders. First, I'll revoke nearly 80 destructive and radical executive actions of the previous administration, one of the worst administrations in history. Maybe one of them, the worst. Anybody that would allow...
This is so crazy to me. Like, this nigga was just keying with them. Oh, my God. He's so messy. He was sitting in there holding that shit like, yo, I can't wait to cook this nigga. Ooh, nigga, as soon as I get out of there, ooh, I'm about to eat him up. That's crazy. That's hate. That's hate. You got to respect that. That's hate.
Allow millions of people to pour through our borders from jails, prisons, mental institutions, insane asylums, gang members to be taken off the streets of Venezuela and deposited in our country, and many, not just Venezuela. You know, crime in Venezuela is down 74% because they took their criminals and gave them to us through an open border policy of the previous administration. All over the world, they're emptying their prisons into our country. They're emptying their mental institutions into our country. It stops as of 1 o'clock this afternoon. Okay, it stops. So I'm revoking nearly 80 destructive, radical executive actions of the previous administration. They'll all be null and void within about, 5 minutes? Is that them over there? 5 minutes? And next, to gain immediate control of the vast federal out-of-control bureaucracy, I will implement an immediate regulation freeze, which will stop Biden bureaucrats from continuing to regulate. Most of those bureaucrats are being fired. They're gone.
Jesus.
Should be all of them, but some sneak through, but we have to live with a couple, I guess. I'll also issue a temporary hiring freeze to ensure that we're only hiring competent people who are faithful to the American public. And we will pause the hiring of any new IRS agents. We will also require that federal workers must return to the office in person.
No, listen, you know what's funny about this nigga Trump is like, one thing he gonna do is make sure he don't pay no fucking taxes. Yeah, nah. You know what? It's hard to hate on a nigga with this much persistence. You know what I mean?
Workers must return to the office in person. And we're going to take the 88.
By the way, that's such fucking boomer shit. Like, this nigga's like, I don't like that people are working from home and they should all have to be back in the office. Like, what are we talking about, my nigga? All you do is fucking drink Diet Cokes and eat Cheetos, my nigga. What are we talking about? You're the head of your Department of Government Efficiency is literally tweeting all day.
1,000 people that they hired to go after you with guns. By the way, they're allowed to use guns and harass you like they were so many other people. Remember this? Okay, remember? Do you remember a little statement about tips? Does anybody remember that little statement? I think we won Nevada because of that statement. But they went out and harassed you over the tips. In other words, we are restoring control of our government to the people. We're going to take those 88,000. Let's see if they'd like to work on the border, because that's where we want them, really. So we're going to have no tax on tips, right? No tax on tips. And we may have, like the Speaker of the House, is he here?
You know what's so funny about the no tax on tips thing? Like, obviously that sounds like a great thing or what the fuck ever. But like, you know what would be better than no tax on tips? Forcing employers to legally pay their workers the legal minimum wage. How about that? How about how about how about we don't set up a system in which like service workers get paid less than minimum wage, so therefore are required to sustain off the tips. You know what I mean? Like, what if we all had a living wage? Wouldn't that be a little bit better than this nonsense you're talking about? Nah, I'm wilding. You're right.
Yeah, he's done such a good job. Is Mike here? Is he around here someplace? I saw him just a little while ago. Hello, fellas. Look at you guys. Yeah, I know it. He's great. He's doing great. They're all doing good. The Republican Party has never been unified like it is right now. They want to save our country. And we're going to more than save it. We're going to make it greater than it's ever been before by a lot. Next, I'm going to sign a presidential memorandum directing every member of my cabinet to marshal every power at their disposal to defeat inflation and rapidly bring down the cost of daily life, because your costs have gone through the roof in the last 4 years. Perhaps you didn't notice. Does anyone notice that costs are like double, triple, quadruple? You can't buy bacon. Apples have doubled in price. You want an apple, anybody? Pay twice.
Chat. When's the last time this goofy nigga has ever bought a fucking apple? One of y'all tell me. He's like fucking Lucille Bluth was like, how much could a banana cost, Michael? $20? This nigga has no fucking clue. This nigga has not a goddamn clue how much an apple costs. I guarantee it.
Twice what you did 2 years ago. We'll put more money in your pocket, and we'll bring back the American dream and to reduce energy costs and liberate our economy. So we have more oil and gas than any country in the world, and we're going to use it. We're not going to do the wind thing. Big ugly windmills, they ruin your neighborhood, they ruin you. If you have a house that's near a windmill, guess what? Your house is worth less than half. And did you see up in New England with the whales? You see what's happening? So they had 2 whales killed in about 14 years. Last year and the year before, total, they had 28. So if you're into whales, you don't want windmills either. And they're the most expensive form of energy that you can have by far.
Chat, I really really need someone to explain to me like I'm 5 how a windmill killed a whale. I need someone to explain to me like I'm 5. Because logically I can't figure it out. And listen, I'm no fucking rocket scientist. I might not know what the fuck I'm talking about. That just sounds insane to me. You know what I mean? That don't sound real, if I'm being honest.
Made in China, by the way, practically all of them. And they kill your birds and they ruin your beautiful landscapes.
Okay, so to be clear, the things we know about windmills now is that they kill whales, they kill birds, and they're all Chinese. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But other than that, I think they're quite good, right? Now, remember when we used to joke and kid when we were kidding, but we don't kid anymore? They want to watch the debates on television. They want to watch your favorite president on television. But the wind isn't blowing, so we can't watch television that night, Gladys. Remember? Gladys, I'm sorry, the wind is just not blowing. We're not watching Trump tonight. But I'm immediately withdrawing from the unfair, one-sided Paris Climate Accord ripoff. The United States will not sabotage our own.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm just like this nigga right here. Because, nigga, I'm snoozing. My nigga, what are you talking about? Hold on.
Industries.
Nah, I need to see him. Yeah, he just like me for real. Because, nigga, what are we talking about? Bro, you want to pull out the Paris Climate Accord again? Again? Nigga, you were just complaining about it was too cold to do your fucking speech outside. What do we, bro? It's time to wrap it up. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Let's get this over. You know what I mean? Let's get this over. You know what I mean? That's it. Wrap it up. Nala said, isn't he our Chinese isn't he our Chinese TikTok saver? Yes, Nala. Only in the sense that he was the original one that wanted to ban it. And so I guess he kind of saved it from himself if you think about it. Which is kind of like the whole taking credit for ending slavery when you in fact were the one enslaving, you know? So it's going to be a long 4 years.
The United States will not sabotage our own industries while China pollutes with impunity. You know, China, I mean, look, they use a lot of dirty energy, but they produce a lot of energy. And when that stuff goes up in the air, you know, it doesn't stay there. It's not like you got a wall. We love walls, don't we? Not like you have a wall around and it doesn't. It floats into the United States of America after 3.5 to 5.5 days. It floats across the oceans and it comes right over your neighborhood and it falls into your neighborhood. So they all say, we have to fight for cleaner air, but the other dirty air is dropping all over us. So what the hell are they talking about? Unless everybody...
Sorry, I think I got distracted. I just need to fully understand what the fuck you just said.
And it comes right off. China, I mean, look, the United States will not sabotage our own industries while China pollutes with impunity. You know, China, I mean, look, they use a lot of dirty energy, but they produce a lot of energy. And when that stuff goes up in the air, you know, it doesn't stay there. It's not like you got a wall. We love walls, don't we? Not like you have a wall around and it doesn't. It floats into the United States of America after...
Bro.
3.5 to 5.5 days. It floats across the oceans and it comes right over your neighborhood and it falls into your neighborhood. So they all say, we have to fight for cleaner air, but the other dirty air is dropping all over us. So what the hell are they talking about?
This nigga has like a 4th grade understanding of like how the world works. You know, like it's so crazy. Like, can you believe that we live in a world where the most powerful man on the planet describes why he won't do anything to stop pollution is because, well, folks, China's polluting, folks, and when they pollute, it doesn't stay on the ground, folks. It goes into the air, and the air, it doesn't stay over China, folks. No, not at all. There's no wall. I love walls, folks, but the Chinese dirty air, folks, it floats over to America, and then it falls down on you like rain, folks. It's just dripping on you. Nigga, what are we talking about? You know what's crazy, JG, when you talk about history repeating itself? It's like, there's that old, I don't know if it's George Lucas, but I know he says, like, you know, history, no, it wasn't, George Lucas didn't, I think George Lucas uses as, like, explaining, like, how he wrote Star Wars, but, like, regardless, there's that old saying that, like, history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes, you know what I mean? But, like, no, nigga, this is just bar for bar, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Trump, he stole his own flow. Verse for verse, bar for bar. What are we doing? Fuck.
Unless everybody does it, it just doesn't work. You know, we had the cleanest air and the cleanest water that this country's ever had under the Trump administration, and we didn't do anything to stop jobs and stop production. Believe me, you're going to see a lot of companies come pouring back because tariffs. I always say tariffs is the most beautiful word to me in the dictionary. Then I was reprimanded by the fake news. They said,
this nigga has never opened up a dictionary. This nigga has never in his 80 years opened up a fucking dictionary. What are we talking about?
What about love, religion, and God? I said, I agree. Let's put God number one. Let's put religion number two. Love, I don't know.
No, listen. This nigga just be chatting. He's like the niggas that's like, yeah, I mean, this. The only thing I love is my mom, cash, and getting this paper. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, what are you talking about?
Oh, we got to put that number three, I guess, right? And then it's tariff. Because tariffs are going to make us rich as hell. It's going to bring our country's businesses back that left us.
Nah. Nah, let JG defend this. JG, first of all, this your cousin for sure. Nala, this is your grandma. You know what I mean? Like, defend this right now. Defend this. Nigga, imagine, I was gonna say imagine you like one of four niggas at the fucking Trump, the what the fuck ever rally this thing is after he wins, you know what I mean? And you got your literal Trump swagoo on. And like, I was gonna be like, imagine like, damn, the niggas put the camera on you so now everybody knows. But like, niggas at a Trump rally want niggas to know that they're the Trump rally. Like, let me tell you something. This is these niggas' personality, 100%. Like, you go into a barbershop and this nigga, best believe he about to talk about how, Trump actually, the Democrats actually, they trying to make you gay. And Trump, see, he not about that, you know what I mean? Because racism don't even exist anymore. You know? Actually fucking crazy. Nah. Yeah, I'm posting you niggas. This is crazy. Y'all look fucking stupid. Y'all look like fucking goofies. Y'all should be embarrassed. Listen, we shaming niggas in 2025. I'm shaming niggas in 2025. White people not allowed to shame y'all. I'm gonna shame y'all though. Better believe it.
And I'll also sign an executive order to immediately end federal government censorship of the American people. In America, we believe in free speech. And we're bringing it back starting today to stop the weaponization. Oh, do I know about that? These creeps. Deranged Jack Smith. You ever hear of him? Deranged.
Nah, JG, don't do that. That nigga does not look like me. I don't know that nigga. You know what I mean? He could never be this pretty. You know what I mean? Because let me tell you something. All right. When you do wrong, you know what I mean? God take away your good looks. All right. And I've been doing right. That's why I'm so pretty. You know what I mean?
He's a deranged prosecutor. He's sick. They suck him on me. He's now been reduced to getting on an airplane, going back to The Hague or wherever the hell he came from. We got to get rid of that guy. Hey, was he one of the many people that got a pardon today? Did they pardon Jack Smith? Did you know that Biden, while I was making my speech, pardoned his whole family? The brother, the whole deal was pardoned. Can you imagine that? While I was making my speech. Did everybody hear my speech?
Yo, chat, I got a question. Who is this? Never mind, chat. Never mind. I'm just curious, like, is she here on payroll? You know what I mean? Does she believe? Does she want to have a spirited debate? Can she be converted back? I just feel like women should get a chance to come back to the right path, and I want to be that chance for women. Because as a feminist, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Y'all don't support women. I can tell. I want this woman to be back on the path of glory. She just needs a little push.
Did you like my speech?
Kyle, is this your people? Kyle, don't lie. This your great aunt, Kyle. Come on. Speak up.
Thank you. I mean, the only thing wrong with it is I had a lot of tough things to say, and I have some great people that work for me. Sir, this is such a great speech. It's so unifying. Don't talk about Biden with his pardons of his family. We want a unified country. They said, don't talk about the J6 hostages that you're going to be releasing today. Sir, don't put that in your speech, please. I said, but I want to put it in my speech.
So crazy. Like, I see what he's trying to do with this whole, like, they wouldn't let me say the truth. But, like, honestly, you just kind of sound pussy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a real nigga, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to tell me what I'm saying in my speech, you know what I mean? If I want to go on for 45 minutes and I ramble at how, like, fucking, how goofy Hillary Clinton looks and, like, how she would have been, you know what I mean, she would have been the frumpiest president of all time, not like Kamala. I didn't like her very much, but she's very attractive. If I want to do that, you know what I mean, who's going to stop me? Who's going to stop me? You know what I mean? Kyle, apparently white trash is a bullying message, so I want you to fucking relax yourself. I'm going to let it in, okay? All right? But the mod said you can't be mean to white people, okay? Now, you're a POC, brother, all right? You're a person of carbon now. Please show some restraint.
It won't be unified like it is. It's so beautiful the way it is. And it is getting great reviews. You know, if I put things like that in, I'll get terrible reviews. One little paragraph that's a little bit wrong, the fake news goes crazy, right?
First of all, Kyle, saying she looks like she lives, laughs, and loves all over her trailer is so fucking crazy. That's pain.
So I said, all right, I won't put it in my speech, but you know what? I'm speaking in front of a hell of a lot of people at a place called Capital One Arena, and I'll talk about it there. So we're going to be going over the beautiful Oval Office, one of the great offices in history. Even if it wasn't beautiful, it's the Oval Office, but it is beautiful. And we love the Oval Office. It all starts with the wars start and end there. Everything starts and ends at the Oval Office. We love it. But we're going to go to the Oval Office. We're going to release our great hostages that didn't do, for the most part, they didn't do stuff wrong. You take a look at what went on, and look what happens in other parts of the country. In Portland, where they kill people, they destroy the city. Nothing happens to them. In Seattle, where they took over a big chunk of the city, nothing happened. Minneapolis.
You know what's so crazy? If Trump was a real nigga like me, I'm not pardoning the January 6ers because you niggas failed. You're a loser. Why would I? You unsuccessfully did the coup. Nah. Stay your ass in jail until you... Hey, stay your ass in jail and maybe learn from some real criminals to figure out how the fuck you gonna do it next time. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here.
Where they burned down the city, nothing happened. Essentially nothing happened. All they want to do is go after the J6 hostages. A 76-year-old grandmother was arrested.
Calling them hostages is so fucking crazy.
I think because she was looking at the Capitol or something like that.
Nah. JG, who's this? Nah. Wearing the hat is so fucking crazy. Bro, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Nah, we're not going to put up with that crap anymore. And to stop the weaponization of law enforcement, I've been investigated more than any human being in the world. I believe I have the all-time record. Every day a subpoena. Every single day would get subpoenas. I was more than any person. Alphonse Capone, remember?
Chat, can y'all make it so that he's saying some penis, some penis, some penis. Every day I was getting some penis.
I used to talk about it. Now, Alphonse Capone, Scarface, he was a pretty rough guy. He was investigated about 1/100th what Trump was investigated. My father's looking down at me, my mother, that how the hell did this?
Hey, Trump daddy is not looking down at him. Trump daddy is looking up at him for sure. One foul wow. Looking up at him like, damn, it's hot in here. My nigga, you coming right with me. For sure.
This happened. You know what it is? They investigated their political opponent, the opponent of Biden, and then ultimately.
Nah, JG, don't do that. 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 Now this is what happens when you defund education. Yeah, nigga. 100%. 100p. Like, this shit is embarrassing. This shit is fucking embarrassing. And I really want to re-educate, the populace. And I want to start with this woman here. Like, I want someone tell me who she is so I can help rehabilitate her. I just really want her to be free from these clutches. Nala said he and Diddy were close friends. You spitting right now, Nala.
Kamala. Has anyone ever heard of Kamala? We had to beat two opponents. We had to beat Biden, then we beat him. Now he goes on top. The guy was like 39 points down. I think I could have beaten Trump. They should have left me in. I would have beaten.
Yo, nah. Listen. This nigga Trump ain't shit, but the nigga is funny though. God, he cooked this nigga Biden. Fuck.
No, his debate performance wasn't the best, right? That's what killed him. And then they had to change, and it's like you get into a fight. The great Dana White spoke last night. We love Dana White, right? UFC.
You don't love Dana White as much as he loved beating his wife. You know what I mean? But, that's neither here nor there.
That's like he puts in two fighters. One of them's getting creamed, getting really beaten, and they say, all right, take him out. Let's put somebody else in to finish up the fight. That's what they did to us. They gave us somebody new, but we took care of both of them. So we beat actually two opponents. But to stop the weaponization of law enforcement and our government, I will also sign an order directing every federal agency to preserve all records pertaining to political persecutions under the last administration, of which there were many, and beginning the process of exposing any and all abuses of power, even though he's pardoned many of these people. Can you believe it? He's pardoned them. You know why he did it while I was speaking? Because that way I couldn't speak about it. I was speaking. I didn't know he did it. I finished my speech, and they said, sir, he pardoned his whole family. I said, oh, can I go back out there and talk about it? Somehow that wouldn't be very elegant. Our First Lady would say, please don't do that. But we have plenty of time to talk about it, and we will. We're doing all of this on our very first day in office. Don't forget, we've been in this position, really, where we won the primaries in record time. We were the fastest win of a primary ever in political history, which is a very nice thing. It's nice to know.
He just be making up shit.
The second election was rigged, so we knew we were doing well. And if it wasn't, you know what? If it wasn't, I would have never run. But the third one was just a monster. Boy, was that a big one, huh? That was a big one. On the second one, we got like 10 or 12 million votes more than the first one. How about that? We did great on the first one. We did much better on the second one. But bad did we do well on the third one. So we're gonna have some fun.
Nala, you say you like his purple tie,
it's
right?
very simple. We're gonna make our country great. We're gonna make our country great again. We're gonna make America great again. How good a name is MAGA, though, right? I was going to say keep America great, but unfortunately it wasn't great. Can't say keep it great. It will be great again, but care.
You know what's so funny about that? He's saying that he did that when he ran against Biden. It was that. It was originally that. I don't know why he's capping. He did. And that shit was ass. You know what I mean? He went back to the drawing board. And you know what I will say about this nigga Trump, and I say this a lot, is that this is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen. But boy, did this nigga know how to read the fucking room. You know what I mean? Unlike these dumb, dick-headed fucking Democrats, you know what I mean? Every single political inclination is bad. This nigga Trump is like, everything, when originally all that stuff was happening, when they were attacking the trans, he looked at people, when they were attacking them on the bathroom stuff, and he looked around, realized people wasn't really fucking with that. He gets out there and goes like, Caitlyn Jenner, Caitlyn can piss and shit in any bathroom at Trump Towers in Mar-a-Lago. Right? Then when things change, I mean, they start making about sports. Now he's like, I would. There's only two genders, folks, and no more trans. You know what I mean? Like this nigga, he knows how to read the fucking room. He was the original one who tried to ban TikTok. TikTok, no good. I want to get rid of it, folks. And as soon as he seen niggas act on monkey when they got rid of it, I'm gonna save TikTok, folks. It was me alone. I saved it. Yeah, I mean, meanwhile, fucking dumb, dick-headed fucking Joseph Robinette Biden, they're like, you guys like TikTok? Well, I want to let Israel kill as many children as possible, so I'm going to get rid of it. What the fuck are we talking about?
CAG, Keep America Great, CAG. I don't think it's ever going to replace MAGA. Does anybody like CAG? I don't think so. It's never replacing MAGA. Nothing will ever replace MAGA.
Chat, can someone take that clip and make it to him saying CAC? You know what I mean? No one wants CAC. CAC can't replace it.
The MAGA was the most successful political.
Nah. Whose auntie is this? Nah. A Trump fucking brooch is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, we're cooked. It's Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Nah, nigga. I know this lady voted for Obama. That's what's so crazy. Wow. Like, where she get the fucking brooch from? Jacob the jeweler? Like, I don't understand what's happening right now. Like, someone help me understand where Auntie Cheryl got the motherfucking diamond-encrusted Trump brooch. Nah, we're cooked.
Operation, political movement in the history of our country, maybe in the history of the world. Let's see what happens, because we're not finished yet. We're not finished yet. We got a long way to go. But we're doing this on the very first day in office, and in just a few moments, I'm not only signing the release of the J6 hostages, I'm signing other things that you're going to love. Oh, you're going to be happy reading newspapers tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. So I just want to thank, I mean, look at this place. It's full to the rafters. You don't have any. Look at those people up there. You don't have any empty seats. And by the way, the Capital One owners, they are so good. We got to root for their teams because they have been so great to MAGA, to us. And I just want to thank Ted and everybody. You guys have been fantastic. And the ice hockey team's doing great. Ovechkin's pretty good, right? They're doing great. So I want to thank them, Capital One arena owners. They have been absolutely fantastic. And thank you once again to everyone. And I can only tell you, you're going to be very happy. You're going to watch a lot of good things happen. We got to stop some wars that are happening and going on. Some stupid things are happening. The war with Ukraine would have never happened, and it has. As you know, Israel would have never been hit on October 7th, and none of you would be up here. None of you would even know anything about this tragedy that you're going through right now. But Iran was broke. Anybody that bought oil from Iran, they couldn't do any business with us. You're not going to do business with America. China passed. Everybody passed. They were broke. They didn't have money for Hamas. They didn't have money for Hezbollah. And your sons would be alive, and they certainly wouldn't be incarcerated like they are. It's a shame, but we're getting a lot of people out in a short period of time. So I'm going to go right over to here, and I'm going to sign in front of you. Is that okay? Good.
Fuck, man.
You have that other one to sign?
Sorry, what's it?
You have the other one to sign?
We don't have it over here yet, sir. We'll have it for you back at the over. The first is the rescissions of 78 Biden-era EOs and presidential memoranda.
You want to call it out? Do you want to say it? You want to say it?
Oh, if you want me to, sir.
Why don't you say what I'm signing?
Sure. The first item that President Trump is signing is the rescission of 78 Biden-era executive actions, executive orders, presidential memoranda, and others.
Jesus. Kyle said, I need the Eagles to kick the shit out of the Commanders on Sunday now. Yeah, dog. For fucking sure. For fucking sure. Fuck.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. The second item, President Trump, is a regulatory freeze, as you announced in your speech, preventing bureaucrats from issuing any more regulations until we have full control of this, the government and this administration.
This is absolute fucking nonsense. Jesus Christ. That signature is nonsense.
Thank you, sir. The next item, sir, is a freeze on all federal hiring, excepting the military and a number of other excluded categories, again, until full control of the government is achieved and we understand the objectives of government going forward.
This is such nonsense. Drama queen coordinated this whole moment. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, this is fucking nonsense, dude. Jesus.
Could you imagine Biden doing this? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Sir, the next item, as you announced in your speech, is a requirement that federal workers return to full-time in-person work.
This is, this is so crazy. Like, I can't believe my tax dollars are going to this nonsense. Like, I paid for this.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have a directive to every department and agency in the federal government to address the cost of living crisis that has cost Americans so dearly. Thank you, sir. The next item here is the withdrawal from the Paris Climate Treaty.
Do you know how crazy it is for as a president to have signed this twice? This nigga's a dickhead.
Yes, sir.
He's an absolute fucking dickhead. Jesus Christ. Like, you literally could not give your speech outside because of climate change, you fucking dickhead.
We're going to save over $1 trillion by withdrawing from that treaty.
Nah. so fucking crazy.
And the
And he
next
gonna give it
item,
to
sir,
fucking
is a
Elon.
letter that will be transmitted to the United Nations explaining that we are withdrawing from the Paris Climate Treaty.
Yeah, yes,
Thank you, sir.
yes. Thank you, Nala. That's how fucking cuck these goddamn cock-sucking Republicans are, bro. They're literally cheering for having to go back to work. We are in hell, bro. They're so fucking so, and it's not even them. It's their goddamn cousins and aunties and uncles who work for the federal government. Like, yo, y'all are idiots. Wow. Jesus Christ.
This next item is a directive to the federal government ordering the restoration of freedom of speech and preventing government censorship of free speech going forward. And lastly, sir, before we go back to the Oval Office to sign a large number of other items, is a directive to the federal government ending the weaponization of government against the political adversaries of the previous administration, as we've seen.
Yeah, JG, I don't fucking blame you. Yeah, I don't fucking blame you. And in fact, with that, I think I'm gonna bring the fucking stream to an end because this is dick heathery in levels I could not even imagine. Like, this is absolutely fucking crazy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
Wow.
Pretty fun job.
This is fucking crazy. This dickhead, and now this dickhead is throwing pins. This is actually crazy. This is fucking crazy. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, this is over. This is it. Jesus Christ. We are in the worst fucking timeline. Nah, I can't believe this. This is actually crazy. This is for real fucking nonsense. Nah, absolutely not. Wow. Well, listen. Folks, we have entered the end stage of America. This is America experience the fall. Listen, all empires have to fall, all right? And one thing I can promise you is that here at the Blue Broadcast channel, you will be able to witness the very swift end to a relatively young empire that is the American project. I was gonna say it was cool while it lasted, but it wasn't. It was pretty shitty for most of it, if I'm keeping a beanie with you. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, we got some cool shit. Like, we got hip hop out of it. You know what I mean? We got baddies out of it. So, you know, what can you do? That'll be it for me. I appreciate you all for sticking out this stream with me. Please make sure you follow. We're trying to get to 50 followers. That way we can become a Twitch affiliate. Make sure you follow my girl, Grunge Leslie Nope. In the chat, she's also a streamer, and she does some really cool streams. I think she's doing, was it GTA 3 now? Go follow my brother JG. He's on. He's got a consulting company called Emerald Eye Consulting. It's really focusing on giving you as a professional some leadership tools and tips and tricks. He's just dropped a video. It was very, very dope. I highly recommend you guys check him out. And otherwise, follow me on Blueski at President Blue and Instagram at the infamous Scott Blue. A lot of content coming out, and appreciate you guys locking in. Peace.